Response done, Captain. Rusalka Palinkia. I better get up too. No, not yet, Wayne.
Good afternoon and welcome to Albright College and to Gene Shirk Stadium for today's men's lacrosse contest between the Albright College Lions and our guests. Coming over from the Atlantic East Conference, the Immaculata University Mighty Max. The Lions are 1-2 so far this season. The Mighty Max are 0-2. Albright College and the Middle Atlantic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We encourage everyone to support our participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, or coaches, team staff will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Shirk Stadium. Alcoholic beverages, tobacco products, and noisemakers are prohibited. We thank you for your cooperation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise for the performance of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First, for the Immaculata University Mighty Max. In the midfield, a freshman.
This is Shirk Stadium. This is the Albright Sports Network. This afternoon, the Albright men's lacrosse team takes on Immaculata in a game that both teams are trying to have so that they can just push on with league play right around the corner for both teams. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nikolai Busco. Thank you for joining us today here in Reading as the Lions are looking to just extend their winning streak to 2 right now. They won on Saturday at Bernathen 16-1 to gain their first victory of the season after 2 losses to start the season. John Gilbert scored twice in the first minute, 46 seconds of the game. He finished the day with 3 goals. The Lions were never really threatened in this one. Cole Gennikin finished the game with 6 goals and an assist as the Lions led at halftime 9-1. Albright outshot Bernathen 59-10. Won 15 out of 19 faceoffs and had 49 ground balls to BA's 27. As for Immaculata, they're trying to end a 2-game losing streak to start this season. They lost last Wednesday at Kings 11-7 and then lost on Saturday in overtime at Hood 11-10. Hood scored twice at the end of regulation to tie the game before winning in OT. Sean Evans had 4 goals and 3 assists for Immaculata. Steve Long had 2 goals and an assist. Denton States made 18 saves against Hood after making a career-high 23 in the opener at King. So he sees a lot of shots. Hood outshot Immaculata 60-34 in that game, had the face-off edge 14-9 and the ground ball edge 33-22. You see the starters for the Mighty Max in front of you. Up at attack, we mentioned Sean Evans. Also watch out for Cole Metzger and David Azzarano. They're the front line. As for the midfield for Immaculata, Anthony and Sarah, Steve Long, and Ethan Johnson. At the back line, Nate Nail, Bobby Bossman, and John Werkheiser, and the aforementioned Denton States in net. The Mighty Max will need a big game from him again to remain competitive. For the Lions of Albright, as they are getting ready to line up, it's something. If you're not familiar with the sport, this is what they do. Every game of this level, they run a gauntlet. The netminders shake hands, and then the ships pass through the night, so to speak. For Albright, up front, we talked about Cole Gennikin and John Gilbert. Don't forget about Jacob Cunningham. He's listed as a midfielder, but he attacks a lot. The other middies to start for Albright: Eric Broadway, Harrison Bodwell, and Alex McKendry. In the back, Ryan Janowski, Cameron Glenn, and Connor Gracer. And in goal, it is Liam Ferry. So Albright in white, defending the goal to the right. Immaculata in blue, defending the goal to the left. About 49 degrees here in Reading, not incredibly cold. For those who are not familiar with the direction of this place, that's 13th Street in front of you. It runs north-south, and it's actually west behind us. So when the sun goes down, you're not gonna have any glare. As it looks like they're just resetting the clock right now to get things started. It's been a lovely late winter, early spring day. So everybody's just relaxed, but both teams are ready to go now. Both teams looking to win. Albright just trying to extend a winning streak, and Immaculata just trying to break into the win column for the first time this season. Here we go. Brought back out by Long. As so now, the Mighty Max will start to get set up as Azzarano will come up on the far side. Wings it back to Evans. Evans trying to take his time, but he's got Glenn right on him. Has to shift it back. Shot clock is 80. It's now down to 60. And a miscue is going to turn it back over. So Albright gets a bit of a break on its first defensive stand. Here comes Broadway. Broadway hooks it back, but a pass does not connect. As so the Lions have to just settle things down again. It's Cunningham. Cunningham is looking to make a play as Albright will get different personnel on the field. McKendry. Back it goes to Cunningham. Slows it down. Cunningham still with it. Puts it back behind. It's Albright trying to spread what looks like a zone defense right now by the Mighty Max. Bodwell. Back it comes to Cunningham. Over comes McKendry. Fire! Scores! Alex McKendry. 1:17 in, 1-0 Albright. McKendry picks up his third goal of the season. Was just looking for a good straight line of the cage. And he's able to fire one away from long distance. Not sure States was expecting him to shoot from there. Just a reminder, if you want to keep up with the Lions teams in the athletic department, you can do so on Twitter. Follow the account Albright Lions. Again, Albright Lions on Twitter. Give Cunningham the assist on McKendry's third goal of the season at 1:17. So Albright gets a little bit lucky on the first possession by Immaculata. Face-off so important in the sport of lacrosse. It's a total team effort, and we have a whistle. They say legal procedure. This one's going to be against Albright, so it's going to be Immaculata getting it back as they'll make some changes before things get set here. Evans will put it back into play on the far side for the Mighty Max as he waits for Insera and company to get back onto the field. Johnson will take it back near midfield. As coming out to greet him is Cunningham. Insera. Back it comes to Johnson. Johnson over on the near side for Azzarano. Azzarano puts it back behind for Evans. Evans looking to distribute, but he's got Glenn on him with that big long stick. On the far side now, down to the corner, it's Insera. He's got a man on him, it's Ringgold. Shifted back, left side, fires! It might have grazed off the shin pad of Ferry, or maybe the boot. Evans will put it back into play. A fresh 80 on the clock for the Mighty Max here. Insera. Still Ringgold on him. Works it back, it comes to Johnson. Johnson tries to dart in on Cunningham. Has to peel off. Metzger. Try to fire another pass, but instead it'll be picked up as the Mighty Max get another chance here. Insera works it back to Johnson. Near side for Azzarano. Azzarano spins. Is kept away by Janowski. Back up top it comes. Azzarano playing catch with Johnson right now. Now he gets Evans involved. Evans tries to get around his man Glenn. He can't just yet. Now he does, fires. It was blocked in front. Don't think it ever got to Ferry. As so the Lions come up big again defensively. They cleared a midfield. Here comes Cunningham with some speed. Cunningham, left side it comes. Gennikin. Try to fire maybe one pass too many, and they'll go out of bounds. Somebody as hot as Gennikin has been, maybe he's better off shooting at that point, but certainly both teams still trying to find their offenses, trying to work on those sets. And maybe later in the season, when there's more at stake, maybe Cole Gennikin takes that shot. It's turned over, though, and the Mighty Max having some trouble getting upfield. Now the ball pops out of the stick of Gracer, but he's able to recover, and he's going to play it all the way back to Ferry. That ball is like a greased pig right now. And able to outman with that big stick is Liam Ferry, the keeper. He'll work it upfield quickly. Does get it to Gennikin. Gennikin will slow things down now for the Lions. They have a minute to shoot. You can tell it's still early in the season. The effort's there, but communication, just getting back in the swing of things. Bodwell works it back to Cunningham. Thinks about it, hooks it back instead of McKendry. Now throw it in front, they score! Gennikin goes low to the strong side. Cole Gennikin. At 3:26, it's 2-0 Albright.
Albright goal. Number 30, Cole Gennikin, the assist.
So that's Gennikin's 11th goal of the season. He had the hot hand the last time out. Give McKendry the assist at 3:26. It is 2-0 the Lions in front. 3 conferences, 18 institutions, 27 sports, 40 championships. Bring your best in the Middle Atlantic Conference. To learn more about the league, visit GoMaxSports.com. Again, GoMACSports.com. The Mighty Max 2 for 2, but now it is stolen by Marchiafava, who's able to work it up to Broadway. So that's the first face-off win for the Lions today. Broadway on the far side has Nail on him. IU's got to come up with a stop here. The Lions look like they've settled in offensively after that last goal by Gennikin. And it came after some good possession by the Mighty Max. A little bit chaotic bringing it in on the previous possession, but once they got settled, the Lions knew exactly what to do. Shifted back, now far side. It's taken by Miller. Miller put it back behind. Now switched around near side again for Gennikin. Gennikin rolls it back out. Top of the key, it comes from McKendry. Over the far side, Miller. Miller thinks about it, has to shift it back to Favieri. McKendry. Gennikin looks to get inside, he does, but not able to get off the shot was Gilbert. Back it comes to Gennikin. Gennikin looking for Gilbert, hangs on to it. He's got some company, though. Bosman's able to keep him away. Ball's loose on the field, and we have a whistle. It's a push that's going to go against the Lions. Great effort as breaking that one up for Immaculata was Bosman. Now Albright bring it back. Thrown in front. Good save made by States, as having a great look was Gennikin. But States tracked it all the way, and here come the Mighty Max. Down to the far side they go. They need something to happen here. Yes, it's only the first quarter, but the Lions have been very good defensively so far today. The Mighty Max, at the very least, need to find a way to get a really good chance on Ferry. Long. Trots along. Ringgold tracking him all the way on the far side. Long still with it. Ringgold keeps him to the outside. Now it's switched up for Janowski. Switch back right side. Not able to get off the shot. At first was Metzger. Now he does, and he scores! And Metzger has a lot to say after the shot. Not exactly sure if anything precipitated that, at least visually.
Goal for the Mighty MLAX. Number 12.
Not like somebody had gotten into his kitchen. But Cole Metzger picks up his second goal of the season. It does not appear there'll be an assist on the play. They might add that one later. Goal comes at 5:30 of the first, and it's 2-1 Albright. The Lions still in front, but the Mighty MLAX getting a goal at a time where they pretty much absolutely needed one. So Marchiafava will take the face-off for Albright. You can't move till the whistle blows. As the referee making sure that everything is set. Roar and Marchiafava in a major battle. Now the wings come in, and it's picked up by the Lions. So that's when the shot clock can start to run. Again, it's not just a face-off guy, which is a specialist position in the sport, kind of like a kicker in football. But the wings have to come in and help out too. And Cunningham will settle things down and quarterback this possession. Cunningham puts it back behind. Shifted in front. Shot. Save made by States. Rebound put back. They score! On the rebound, it's Gilbert. So John Gilbert gets his first goal of the day. That's his 8th of the season, and the Lions answer right back. Because it's not hockey, there's no assist on the play. Gilbert picks up his 8th goal, unassisted. The time 6:08 as the Lions are back to the bench because Immaculata has called a timeout. 3-1 is the score with 8:52 left here in the first quarter as the Lions look like they've found their offense here in the early going. Division III remains the NCAA's largest division with approximately 40% of its total memberships. More facts and figures of what D3 student-athletes should expect, visit ncaa.org/D3. Again, ncaa.org/D3. Early returns. Albright has 5 shots to Immaculata's 3. All 5 of Albright's shots have actually been on net, so they've been good there. Both teams have been selective with their shots. Again, we're still early in the season. Both teams trying to probably identify and define their identities offensively and get to know each other, sort of the get to know each other phase, sort of as Coach Norman Dale at Hickory High in Hoosiers would say. Ground balls, Albright has 8. Immaculata has 3. That's been a big difference so far here in the early going. Clears Albright 2 out of 2. Immaculata 1 out of 3. Face-offs even at 2. Immaculata's turned the ball over 3 times. Albright has turned it over twice. McKendry for Albright already with a goal and an assist in this contest. Important face-off now is the Mighty MLAX just trying to slow down the Lions. Alessi and Rohr in to take the draw. Rohr has taken every single face-off so far today for IU. Again, you can't move. You can breathe and blink, but that's about it. Here we go again. The pushing continues. It looks like a mosh pit, and the ball is squirted out in the Albright half of the field. Not able to pick it up yet is Bossman. It is still loose. It's being kicked around, and finally able to control it is Bradley. And we have a delayed penalty coming up against the Lions as Bradley might have taken a stick up high. Ball's finally picked up. We might have a second penalty. This will be interesting because there are 2 flags on the field. It's just like hockey. You can have a 2-man disadvantage with 2 penalties at the same time. Definitely 1 Albright penalty. Alessi is in the penalty box. Looks like that might be the initial call for 1 minute. And it looks like Ringgold is trotting over 2. And he's looking around. He's got his palms up. Still see, yeah, I see 4 white jerseys besides Ferry in the defensive half of the field. IU is going to have a 2-man advantage. You don't want to say this is the game, but you don't see it as often. So one penalty is 30. The other penalty is a minute, so it'll be a 6-on-4 for 30 seconds. So it'll be a 6-on-4 for 30, and then for another 30 it'll be 6-on-5. Big point in the game here. Alessi gets slashing for 30, and Gilbert got 1 minute for slashing. All penalties come at 6:29. So Alessi's in the box for 30, Gilbert in for a minute. 6-on-4. Ferry needs to make a big save. In Sarah. Azarano works it around near side Metzger. Top of the key it comes. Shot save made as getting a great look was Johnson, and it just grazed the stick of Ferry. 12 seconds left in the first penalty. Johnson. Long. Darts in. Azarano. Back to Long. Long holds on to it. First penalty is about to expire. Racing is Ringgold. It's loose in front. Can Albright clear it? It's still loose. Thrown in front by Azarano. It goes wide. Trying to race after the ball is Ferry. And they say that Insera got there by an eyelash. Second penalty about to expire. Thrown back. Top of the key, it comes Johnson. Right side. Azarano shot. Save made by Ferry. Houdini's going to pick a lock. The penalties are about to expire, both of them. Meanwhile, a pass intended for Broadway goes out of bounds. It'll be IU ball. Well, they did it. Ferry needed to make a big save. He did. Remarkable job. Meanwhile, it's brought back by Long. Shot, score! Steve Long comes back down and scores. So IU gets one back. It is now 3-2 with 7:12 left in what's been a very entertaining and action-packed first quarter. Long picks up his 5th goal of the season. Goal comes at 7:48 as everything will just calm down now. But again, some great work in net by Liam Ferry as Albright was able to weather the storm for the moment. So face-off midfield will start things up again. The Wings anticipating having to jump in with the face-off guys. It's like they're trying to jump out of a plane. Whistle is blown. It's loose again, and it looks like it's going to be picked up by the Mighty Max. Here comes Rohr. He stays on the field. Sometimes the face-off guy leaves immediately after the ball is controlled. He's still out there. Has Gazdeck on him. Shifts it back far side, and now Rohr is going to depart. And Sarah will come on for him. Long hangs on to it. On the far side, he's got a long pole in front of him trying to jab at him is Gazdeck. Long works it right side. Has an open look. Fires! Scores! Don't know if Liam Ferry lost that in the sun or what, but he went through a stick or he just barely misjudged it. Long scores again, and the game is tied at 3 with 6:35 left in the first. That's Long's second consecutive unassisted goal. He now has 6 goals on the season. So Alessi will go in and take the face-off for Albright. Rohr is back out there for IU. Key face-off here. As IU's gotten the last couple, Albright looked like they're in pretty good shape. After the minute 3-1, but lacrosse is a game of runs, and that clock can feel very, very full in one sense. We've had a lot happen already, and we still got plenty of time left here in the first quarter. Here comes Alessi. Broadway on the far side trying to settle it down. Hikes it back as the Lions will now get set with their personnel. Cunningham comes onto the field as Miller will shift it back to McKendry. They got plenty of time to shoot. They got a minute. McKendry peels off, works it back to Miller, back to McKendry. McKendry might have lost that one in the sun as well. Again, the sun is behind us. Works it back out. McKendry. McKendry takes the pass from Broadway, but it's picked up by Miller, able to clean it up, able to get around his man. Miller still with it. Got it down low in front. Thrown in front left circle. Shot. Score! Sneaks in as Gennikin cut in from the left hashes and was able to beat State short side. States is going to want that one back, but on the other hand, a tremendous shot by Gennikin, who's been a noted goal scorer already this season. And with 5:42 left in the first, Albright regains the lead. It is 4-3. Gennikin picks up his second of the game, his 12th of the season. Gave the assist to Eric Broadway. We mentioned that it's tough to get assists on goals in lacrosse because if the goalie makes the save, it's not like hockey where you can still get an assist on a rebound. Albright, the 4 goals, 3 of them have been assists. So they're definitely throwing the ball around in the offensive quarter of the field. They're making plays. IU, 3 goals, no assists yet. But they've had some great individual efforts. It's getting shoved out of bounds was Bodwell. Picked up now by Azzarano for IU. Works it up on the far side. Hacked all the way by Trainer Molenkov. Azzarano. They're calling out the play Hawaii. I'm sure the weather is very nice there right now, but we're definitely in Reading, Pennsylvania. Azzarano gets decked, and a penalty coming up. Palms in the air is Cunningham. He can't believe it. I think it was one extra shot. And now looks like he might have picked up another one. Looks like Cunningham's going to get more than just the one penalty. Looks like 1 minute for slashing and 1 minute for unsportsmanlike. Last I checked, 1 + 1 was 2. And now there's a discussion on the field. The clock was running. They might have to wind this one back a little bit. So the initial penalty was against Cunningham for slashing. It looked like that was just going to be 30 seconds as they try to sort out what happened here. They've adjusted the clock to 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. That sounds realistic. So here's the story. Cunningham gets 2 penalties, 1 for slashing, 1 for unsportsman. The readout I have here is 30 seconds for each, but it might have been a minute. We'll see if they can clean it up. But the bottom line is it'll be an extended 6-on-5 man-up opportunity for IU. Johnson in Sarah. Metzger, back behind it goes. Evans, in front it comes off the goalpost. As getting a great look was Azzarano, and the next shot goes wide. It'll be kept by IU. So Liam Ferry's made some very nice saves, man down today so far for Albright. Can he do it again? Azzarano, in front it comes, they score! Long buries it, bottom corner of the net, and the game is tied at 4. Long has 3 goals in just over 10 minutes of work. as they'll try to sort out now what happens with manpower on the field. That's the first man-up, or actually, pardon me, the second man-up goal of the day for IU. The assist goes to Azzarano. So that's his third of the day. As I'm counting, it's still 6-on-5. The second penalty had not expired. It took 21 seconds to score the first goal. So a second, 30-second man-up opportunity. If you're more of a hockey person, think of it this way. It's a double minor. The first goal was scored within the first minor, so a second one begins. So it's a man-up for IU for the next 30 seconds. They control the face-off. It's Johnson. Johnson quickly works it back into the attacking quarter of the field, and he'll settle it down for Long. Long's got the hot hand, defers now to Johnson. Johnson, 25 yards from goal. Shifts it back. Insera. Azzarano. Near side now for Metzger. Metzger, top of the key it comes. Shift it back. Throw in front. Save made by Ferry. And Ferry's going to take it, as getting off a good look was Evans. Penalties expire. So Albright back to full strength, but not able to make the catch. Was McKendry have a whistle, and a push is called against IU. So McKendry will put it back into play. And pardon me, I still see down in the penalty box Cunningham. So Albright still playing a man down. You can only have 5 men on the side of the field with the ball at the moment. And getting ready to charge in is Miller once the time runs out on it. Albright's waiting for the penalty box to empty. And we have a whistle. And it looks like they might have to start all over again with how we got here.
45 on the shot clock, 45.
You might have heard one of the officials down on the field yell 45 on the shot clock. So they've gotten that fixed. And Albright returns to full strength after all of that. Here comes McKendry darting in. He's turned back around. Bodwell. Over the near side it comes for Gennikin. Gennikin kept to the outside by Willoughby. Back it comes. Bodwell thinks about it. McKendry instead. Puts it back behind. Passes too far for Broadway, and that is a bad turnover for the Lions. Shots are 11-6 IU on goal 9-6. And officially extra man for IU, 1 for 4 today. Insera, as Albright will settle back into a 6-on-6 pattern. Long, far side, kept to the outside. Will fire and score! Steve Long has scored 4 goals in 12:42 of game action, and he has single-handedly put IU in front 5-4. Long had 4 goals in the first 2 games of the season. He has scored 4 times here in the first quarter. Timeout is called, I believe, by Albright with 2:18 left here in the first quarter. Immaculata, thanks to Steve Long's 4 goals in the first quarter, has a 5-4 lead on the Lions. The Eastern College Athletic Conference remains the nation's largest and only multi-divisional athletic conference. For the latest news and information, visit its website at ecacsports.com. Again, ecacsports.com. Sometimes these quarters don't take this long, but with all the penalties and all the starts and fits, that's why we're still here. But again, Steve Long has scored 4 goals on 5 shots for IU. And a couple of those he's really powered his way through. So he's got 4 points already. Cole Gannikin has 2 goals for the Lions. Alex McKendry has a goal and an assist. Ground balls, Albright has 12 to IU's 8. He's given up 5 goals already, but Liam Ferry has played well. He's made 5 saves already, and he made a couple of really nice saves with his team shorthanded. Turnovers, Albright has had 5, IU has had 3. Of those 5 Albright turnovers, IU has caused 2 of them. Face-offs are 5-4 in favor of IU. Clears Albright 4 for 5, IU is 3 for 5. So what kind of game would we have right now if IU did not have Long in the fray? Well, Long's not going to take face-offs. That's Rohrer's job. He's 4 out of 7. He's back in there. Alessi will take this one for Albright. He's 1 out of 5. Big face-off here is Albright trying to gain some momentum back following the timeout. And we have a whistle. Somebody clamped on it. And this one's going against Albright, so IU will get possession. Johnson takes the pass from Rohrer, who exits, and on comes Long. So Long gets a sip of water or some oxygen or whatever he needs, and he's got the ball back. The next one would be his 5th. Shifted out far side, not able to make the grab was Evans, and this one will go back towards Albright. So it would appear that IU's secret, if it was a secret about Long, is now out of the bag. Albright looked like they might double team him the rest of the way, and they'd be wise to do so. Let other players beat you. Meanwhile, this one bounces away from Janowski, and it's a bad turnover for the Lions. IU's going to get it back. If you get beat on a great shot, that's one thing, but those are the types of turnovers that'll drive a coach crazy. Long to Johnson. Has Ringgold on him. Ringgold on Johnson. Shifted back in the near corner. Azzarano has Janowski all over him. Azzarano looks to shift in front. He can't just yet. Fan back out to Johnson. Top of the key now. It is in Sarah. Goes far side to Evans. Evans dashes towards the left hash. Able to complete the pass. Trying to drive through as Long. It goes wide of the net. Might have been deflected on the way to Ferry. This is out of bounds. It'll remain Mighty Max ball with 33 left on the timer. Final minute of the first quarter. Azzarano has Janowski on him still with that long stick. Spins it around. Shot saved by Ferry. That's a big one. And he tries to outlet Grazer, but it's too far. Gets into the IU half of the field, where it's tracked down by guess who? It's Long. Shot clock is off. 13 left in the quarter. Great defense by Grazer. No flag. As it looks like IU will get the ball back, but they're going to want more time on the clock. They're not going to get it. Mighty Max have to hurry. Thrown towards it. Goal, it goes wide as Metzger just missed. Well, a lot happened in the first 15 minutes. Steve Long has 4 goals. Albright has been shorthanded for about 2.5 minutes already. They got to clean that up. But it's been exciting. It's been fun after 15. Here at Shirk, it's Immaculata 5, Albright 4. This is the Albright Sports Network. Marchiafava to take the draw for Albright to open the second quarter. Roeder is back in there as IU leads Albright 5-4. It was the Steve Long show in the first quarter for Immaculata. He has 4 goals on 6 shots, 5 of them on net. Albright in penalty trouble for a lot of that first quarter. In extra man opportunities, IU already 1 for 4. Albright has yet to have one of those. Shots are 15-6 in favor of IU. 11 of those have been on target. Liam Ferry's already made 6 saves for Albright. So the Mighty Macs have gotten some good looks at him, but Ferry's been able to make some saves, and we have a whistle. Holding is called, and this one is going to go against IU. So Albright will have the opportunity here as Ringgold looks for help. He'll get off the field now for Bodwell. McKendry joins the fun now. Cunningham looks around. Bodwell will direct traffic. Back of the near side quarter it comes for Broadway, who shifts it around behind. Playing catch with Gennikin. At the right point for Bodwell. Top of the key it comes for Cunningham. Albright just trying to settle into its offensive pattern. Didn't have much of an opportunity that in the first quarter. Cunningham, right point bounces, and that's an easy stop for States. Denton States has not seen much action so far. First couple of games he has. Mighty Max quickly upfield. Insera has a man on him. It's Trader Molenkopf. Insera, far side. Trying to be patient. You can be when you've got a minute to shoot. Shifted in front, and they score! They weren't sure that when it was so quick. I think it was Johnson that got the last touch on it, or it might have been Metzger. But a quick shift behind the net and a catch and shoot, no chance for Ferry. As IU leads by 2 for the first time today at 6-4, 1:13 into the second.
Scored by number 12, Cole Metzger. Assist.
That is Metzger's goal.
27, Sean Evans.
So Metzger picks up his second of the game, third of the season. They give the assist to Sean Evans. The shadows starting to creep in a little bit. We have a whistle. And this one is against the Lions as somebody, I think one of the wings might have moved. So Long picks it back up for IU. On the far side, he's got Trainer Molenkopf on him. Now backs off. Insera sweeps it back. Johnson. Back behind it goes for Evans. It's pitched back along for Long. Azzarano. Near side for Johnson. Johnson with Cunningham on him. Near midfield, and Sarah settles it down. Far side it goes for Metzger. Metzger back behind. Goes off the stick of Azzarano. It's loose behind. And a whistle. And they say this one's against Albright as Grazer might have gotten the stick in too much. So a fresh 80 for IU. Insera. Has Ringgold on him. Puts it back behind. Shifted in front. Ball is loose. As trying to make a backhand pass was Azzarano. Now comes back out left side. Thrown towards a goal, saving by Ferry. As getting a good look was Johnson, and it's picked up and carried along by Janowski for Albright. Headman to the head to Cunningham. Cunningham has it knocked away. Good check by Long, but Cunningham picks it right back. Cunningham still with it. Left wing side. As it's slowed down now by Gennikin. No hurry, no urgency. Only the first half, but you thought for a second Cunningham was ready to barrel like a runaway train. He's got it now. Looks around, looks for help. McKendry's on the field and to shift it back to the corner. Broadway. Has it cocked like he's ready to shoot, but I don't think he can score directly from there. Gennikin worked it back, now got it back Gennikin in the far corner. Broadway. Cunningham at the right point, spins. Still has it. Cunningham. Down low it goes to Broadway. Top of the key pass too high for Bodwell. And they're going to say over and back, so IU will pick up the ball and try to be quick. But the officials say, no, we weren't ready yet. And now Azarano will hike it back in for IU. He's got Janowski on him. Azarano spins. Try to get it in front for Metzger. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Lions. But it's knocked away from Ringgold. Great sweep check. It might have been Long that got the last touch on it. And now it is Insera settling it down. If that was Steve Long on that sweep check, then he can do it all. Insera looks at his bench and now will approach the net near side. Get down towards the goal line. He's got Cunningham on him. Minute to shoot. Cunningham gives him a chop. Insera doesn't even say out. He's in deep concentration right now. Briefly double teamed. And now Insera backs off as he's got a longer pull on him, Janowski. Shifted back. Evans. Albright bench yelling and screaming. Like to try to distract a foul shot at Bowman. Evans tries to drive, but he's knocked away. Good defense by Ringgold. Flags stay in the pockets. 27 left on the timer. Azarano. Checked hard by Cunningham. Cunningham is still on him, swinging that stick like he's swinging for the fences. Azarano gets shoved, and now a penalty coming up. This one's going to be against Cunningham as a shot goes wide, as Cunningham just throws his head up and he can't believe it. Penalty comes at 4:43, and another man-up opportunity for the Mighty Max, as Cunningham will walk to the penalty box. They'll give him 1 minute for cross-checking. Big opportunity for the Mighty Max to put some distance between themselves and the Lions. IU 1 for 4 in the extra man today. They've had 2.5 minutes of power play time, to borrow a hockey term today. Ferry's made some of his best saves today while man down. Can he get another one? Long spins, fires, save made by Ferry, and there's no rebound. Liam Ferry has given up 6, but he's played well. As Ringgold tries to fight through, he does. 30 seconds left in the man up for IU. Gennikin. Bodwell will slow it down, as it would appear that IU is in no hurry to get the ball back, so putting the ball down was Bodwell like he's walking the dog, as Albright will kill off this penalty. Ferry again with the big save. Can they score now at the other end? 30 seconds to shoot. Miller comes on. Broadway shifts it out of top left point. Not able to shoot was Bodwell yet. He's hacked at. Play continues, and we have a whistle. And this one is going against Albright as IU does its job. A miscue, though, in the offensive end, and it's taken now by Janowski for the Lions, who has to shift it back to Ferry. He's in that circle, so they can't get him. Now he's out of it. They can. Nice pass by Ferry up the field far side to Grazer. Grazer with a long pole. Will he shoot? No, he won't. Defers instead to Gennikin. Now he got it back to Cunningham, who will lock and load, and it screams a mile high. Jacob Cunningham, I'm sure, had some vitriol on that shot after that recent penalty. They reset the shot clock inadvertently, I think. And the clock continues running. I didn't think we were in that much of a rush for dinner. We're approaching the midway point of the second quarter. IU still leads Albright 6-4. It's been a fun game so far, as the Lions trying to get close again. A dog is cheering on the Lions. Animals United. On the far side, Gennikin in the corner, works it back. Bodwell. Top of the key comes now right side for Cunningham. Back up top it comes for Miller. Shift it back out to the far side corner. Right point, Miller unloads, and that screams high and wide. So Albright keeps the ball with 30 left on the timer. Broadway. Miller. Cunningham works it back. It ultimately ends up with Gennikin. Back behind for Broadway. Broadway. Up top it comes. Shot! They score! Off the goal post and in! Delayed reaction because Bodwell had let it go and off the goal post. And that ball did a bit of a dance, and now Bodwell bumps into one of the officials and goes back to the bench. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything halfway through the second quarter.
Number 2,
Harrison Bodwell picks up his second goal of the season. Eric Broadway gets the assist at 7:30. It's now 6-5 IU. What else is going to happen today? For latest on Albright College athletics, you check out the Lions all over social media. That includes Facebook and facebook.com/Albright Lions. Again, Albright Lions on Facebook. Bossman taking the face-off now for IU, and he wins it. That's unusual to see a long stick like that get it done, but he's got it. Now does he know what to do with it? He's looking around, looking for help. Ringgold's on him, trying to fire a pass to Fredo, but he couldn't hang on to it, and it looks like more and more mighty Max are getting worked into the lineup now. Johnson will slow it down. Over to Azzarano. Back behind it goes for Evans. Evans. Insera. Top of the key comes for Johnson. Johnson has Ringgold on him. Insera. Near the numbers. Back behind for Evans. Far side corner for Azzarano. Azzarano hooks it back to Johnson. 30 left on the timer. Ringgold on Johnson. Johnson. Back it comes. Metzger. Try to siphon it in front. Ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Lions. Leading it back. Trainer Molenkopf goes left side with it. Shifted in front. Score! Gilbert has tied the game. The Lions in quick transition, the fastest all day. John Gilbert makes it 6-6 with 6:19 left here in the first half.
Albright goal number 48, John Gilbert, the assist.
Gilbert's second of the game.
Cole Gennikin.
His ninth of the season. Give Cole Gennikin the assist on the play. Gennikin taking the pass from Trainer Molenkopf, who quickly transitioned that ball upfield. For the latest on the Middle Atlantic Conference and its members, keep an eye on its Twitter account. Follow it at Go Max Sports. Again, Go MAC Sports on Twitter. And so the Lions come up with a big face-off win, but dropping the ball is Ringgold, and here come the Mighty Max quickly. Down to the far corner, Azzarano looks to spin. Can't fire yet. Got it back up top to Metzger, and now the Mighty Max will slow it down. Johnson. Ringgold staring him down. Now Johnson will trot. They're calling out Hawaii again. Hawaii, by the way, does not deserve daylight saving time. I think that starts this next weekend. Johnson looks to make a cut in front. Still has it. Gets it back up top, and Sarah can't complete the catch. Takes it back on the bounce, 35 left on the timer. Insera. Right side. Janowski on him still. Insera. Looking for assistance, but Janowski's on him. Long pole. Insera. Hooks it back behind for Evans. Evans. 20 left on the timer. Evans. Fires it. It might have gone off the outside of the net. Ferry crawls back in. They don't reset. Throw it in front. They score! Azzarano on the right doorstep. as IU regains the lead at 7-6. Bit of a chaotic scramble. Ferry left the net thinking the ball was actually going to be closer to the end line. I'm not sure he had his feet planted and he got set again, but the ball didn't travel very far, and all of a sudden, Insera had the ball to Azzarano. So Azzarano picks up his 4th of the season, and Insera gets the assist. Goal comes at 10:05 in the second, and IU has the lead again. Can't say it hasn't been exciting. It hasn't been pretty at times, but it's been fun to watch. And it's brought back by the Mighty Max again as Bossman has another face-off win. But the Mighty Max have to get some control of it. Cooper being harassed, got it to Nail. Nail pressed by Broadway, slips, falls, and it's forced out of bounds, a turnover, and Albright, boy, did they work hard for that one. They'll come back with it quickly. Bodwell playing catch right now with Miller. Miller has it loaded. Back to Bodwell. Miller. Gannikin. Left side, pushed away by Bossman. Nice catch made. Now the right side, it's Bodwell again. Try to push it in front, but instead it's taken away by Bossman. Bossman harassed behind by Gannikin. Gannikin able to get the ball onto the ground. Gannikin just got decked by Bossman. And this call is going. No, I thought for a second it was going to be against Albright. They say Bossman got the last push. And now we have a whistle. They are saying Albright ball, and it looks like they want to reset the shot clock. They do. Bodwell hooks it back. Cunningham thought about it. Left side, here comes Gannikin. Fires! It's shrugged away by States. Rebound. Far side, Gannikin does not take the slashing penalty. This one's knocked away from Werkheiser, and it looks like Albright's going to get the ball back. Broadway in the far corner. We'll hook it back. Miller. Cunningham. Cunningham, wide of the hashes. Thinks about it. Back it goes Broadway. Right point. Bodwell fires. It goes wide, but backing up is Broadway. 63 left on the timer. That's 1 minute, 3 seconds. So the Lions are settling things down, but if they see an open shot, they're definitely taking it on States. Bodwell thinks about it. Broadway behind. Back to Bodwell. Catch and shoot goes wide of the far post. Backed up by Gannikin and Broadway. 48 left on the timer. At some point, that ball's got to get on net. Broadway. Cunningham. Cunningham darts in. Kept wide. Cooper doing a good job. Back to left point it comes. Thrown towards a goal, but right into the path of States. Well, Miller had a good look, but threw it right in the States breadbasket. It's brought upfield by Johnson, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be against Miller. Brought back. Thrown in front. It comes, and a good save by Ferry, or Evans coughed it up the last second. Overly aggressive was Miller on the play. Might have been contact up high. Penalty will come at 12:27 of the second. Albright has yet to have a man up in this game. And it looks like they'll have to wait again as in the penalty box. Going right to the penalty box was Miller. But it doesn't work that way. You can't just come to the penalty box and have your time start then. You got to wait for play to stop and then for the officials to officially call the penalty. So a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking against Miller because it was contact to the head. And because it's locked in, as the official said, he can't come out for the 2 minutes. If you're more of a hockey person, it's more like a major penalty where Miller can't leave the penalty box until the 2 minutes are up. So a big point in the game as IU goes back to the man up. Ferry has had his best work with a team man down today. He has more work to do. Long. It's shifted around in Sarah. Good passing by the Mighty Max, but no shot yet. Evans. Back it comes. Fired. That goes. May have grazed the stick of Ferry and wide. Long got a good look. Long's been quiet here in the second after 4 goals in the first. Azarano. Genuflecting and getting back up is Johnson as it's hooked back around. Again, the entire 2 minutes, they can shoot and score as a great save by Ferry. As Long had the far post labeled and Ferry said no. Liam Ferry's best saves have come while a man down. Minute down, minute to go on the penalty against Miller. Albright shorthanded for the next minute. Man down on offense here. What a huge turn of events it would be. And IU, to my surprise, not pressing Bodwell all that much, as Albright is going to try to milk that clock like a cow and get back to full strength at the end of the first half. Bodwell's all by himself. Nobody's going near him. We're in the final minute of the first half as Albright just waiting for that penalty to expire. 20 is left on the timer. That's about as much time as left on the penalty to Miller. Bodwell gets the call for the bench. You got to do something with it. He fakes, fires, and that's shanked wide. Can Albright maintain possession? No, they won't as States runs back. 5 seconds left on the penalty against Miller. IU hurries it back quickly. The penalty is over. They did it. Don't ask me how, but Ferry with a big save again. IU, though, might have the last say here in the first half. In Sarah. 13 seconds left. And it looks like the Mighty Max will call their second timeout here in the first half.
Timeout, Immaculata.
Liam Ferry has made 10 saves already in this game for Albright, and at least 4 or 5 of them have been really good ones with his team shorthanded. The Eastern College Athletic Conference remains the nation's largest and only multi-divisional athletic conference. For the latest news and information, follow it on Twitter at ECAC Sports. Again, ECAC Sports on Twitter. Shots in the game, Immaculata has taken 24 to Albright 16. As far as the ones that have gone on net, Immaculata has 17, Albright with 11. Ground balls, Albright leads that category 19 to 15. Clears, well, not perfect for either. Albright only 9 out of 12. Immaculata 6 out of 8. Face-offs, IU has won 9 to Albright 6. Turnovers, Albright with 11 that they have committed to IU's 9. As far as caused turnovers go, IU has caused 4 of them. Albright has caused 2 of them. But again, the big story in this game so far, IU is only 1 out of 6 in man-up opportunities. Here's the key number. These aren't pushes for 30 seconds. IU has only scored once in 5 minutes and 30 seconds, to borrow a hockey term, power play time. Liam Ferry has made several good saves with his team a man down. And I'm looking up at the clock now. There should be more time left on that clock. Well, we don't want to be late for dinner, but I know that there was less than 4:13 left. And that's probably correct now, 13 seconds. So IU with a chance to increase its lead, but a bad pass to Metzger, and that's going to spoil it for the most part, unless the Mighty Max can come up with something big here. Nice takeaway by Grazer. Has to hurry. Got it to Cunningham. Doesn't have much time. Has to let it go. He doesn't, and he lost track of time. Cunningham, for a moment, thought he had more time. You know what? That's actually a fitting end to a very crazy first half. We had a little bit of everything, and the good news is we've got 30 minutes left in this one. At the half, here at Shirk Stadium in Reading, Immaculata 7, Albright 6. We will be back for the second half here on the Albright Sports Network. Welcome back to Shirk Stadium here on the Albright Sports Network. Both teams have played hard. Immaculata leads Albright 7-6 at the outset of the second half. Steve Long, the high man for IU with 4 goals, got all in the first quarter, none in the second. Albright has 2 goals apiece from Cole Gennikin and John Gilbert. They've also gotten 10 saves from Liam Ferry, some of them with the Lions a man down. The Lions were a man down for 5.5 total minutes in that first half, and IU only scored once in those extra man opportunities, officially 1 for 6. And we have a hold off the faceoff, and this one is going to go against IU. So Albright gets a break to open the second half. This has been a fun game. It has not been pretty, but then again, it doesn't need to be. They don't ask how, they just ask how many. And right now, Albright, if they get one more, they'll be level with IU. IU, tough luck the first 2 games. Does not have a win. Albright looking to win its second in a row after losing the first 2 on the season. But here come the mighty Max. It's Cooper, far side. He'll swing it back. Johnson. Johnson slows it down. The sun's setting behind us, so you're not going to see it, but you can definitely see things are a little bit darker now than they were a few minutes ago. Johnson looks around. On the near side for Azzarano. Azzarano. Back of the quarter it comes for Evans. Evans on the far side. Ball's on the ground. It's kicked forward. McKendry can't flag it down, though. It's picked up by Long. Long will cut back. 37 left on the timer. Looks for help. It's loose. It was actually behind Azzarano. If the pass is made, he's got a great chance to score. It's kicked around, and it's finally gobbled up with a long stick. Leading it back for everyone to see is Grazer. Near side, it comes Gilbert. Back over right side. Shot, score! Broadway, tie game. Eric Broadway was able to bury it. Gennikin, I think, was actually the one that made the play. Gennikin was able to get the ball after the great ground ball by Albright defensively, and Broadway was able to bury it. He picks up his 3rd goal of the season at 1:30. Transition game for Albright is very good. It does not need any more work. It's the outer 2 edges of the field that need a little bit more attention. They get that squared away, they'll be great. Every second that passes on that clock is an opportunity. Ball is loose, and they're going to call a push on the faceoff. So it's going to go back to IU. Again, effort is not the problem for the Lions. Work smarter, not harder. Just stay out of the box if possible. We talked about IU being 1 out of 6 in the extra man. Albright has yet to have a man-up opportunity today. Johnson running with that ball. Back to Evans. Evans only has an assist today. He's been kept off the goal sheet. Insera, far side, tries to dart in, but he's kept to the outside by Ringgold. Insera shifts it back around. His company, it's Glenn. Glenn has quietly had a good game for the Lions. He's one of those defenders, one of those guys with the long stick, where if you're the broadcaster, you don't mention his name much, that means he's in position and not out of it. Near side, Johnson. He's got an eye on him, it's Miller. Miller on Johnson, still 30 left on the timer. Now he's double teamed as Janowski gets involved. Shifted back out to Evans. Evans tries to curl around, he can't just yet. Ringgold is on him. It's back in front of Ferry, and Albright does a great job standing on its own 2 feet. Ferry's going to go for a bit of a stroll. Wires it up quickly, and so the Lions will now go station to station as they try to take the lead here. Broadway squats down. He's thinking it's spring training with the way he's handling that stick. I'm sure that if they threw a curveball at him, he would do his best. McKendry. Knocked down. Trying to pick it back up is Miller. Got some help from Broadway, and Broadway will keep it going. Certainly more complicated than it needed to be. Broadway. Long pass out. Miller cuts in, doesn't shoot. Broadway took his eyes off of it just a second. We have a whistle. And this one's going against Albright. Not sure if somebody stepped in the crease, but it was away from the play. Here comes IU. Johnson. And are they going to call Broadway for offsides? Oh, boy. Well, Broadway had tried to stop the rush, and this is going to go in anyway thanks to Insera. So Insera picks up the goal for IU, and they have the lead again. At 3:50 of the third, it is 8-7. Insera picks up his first goal of the game, his second goal of the season. They were going to flag Broadway, I think, for offsides because he was trying to stop the rush. He fell over across midfield, and knowing that he was caught, he told the judge, yes, I did it, I admit it, and I'm going to go join the play. So briefly, Broadway was in the defensive half of the field, and if you don't count Ferry, Albright had 7. I think we've seen everything today now. It's kicked forward as the Lions try to respond quickly. Alessi. Don't know if this will go down as a win or not. It goes out of bounds. And it looks like it will stay with Albright, so it probably does go in as a win for Albright. Face-off so critical in lacrosse. Cunningham will trot with it. He's had an active game. He's had an assist. Spent some time in the penalty box. But the second half means there's another opportunity. Gennikin. Back it comes to Cunningham. Playing catch right now with McKendry. And it's bobbled briefly. Trying to take it back is Boston, but he's got company. Looks for help. Throws it far side, and that goes over the long stick of Nails. So Albright, after all of that, will get it back. And they move quickly. They're trying to jam it in front for Gilbert. No sail. And we have a whistle. And the officials want to know if the shot clock reset. They're just trying to keep tabs on it, just like a parent and a small kid. So now the Lions will come back with it. McKendry will settle things down. IU trying to play a tight zone here. McKendry over the left side, where it's Miller. Back behind for Broadway. Broadway looks to throw it in front. He does. McKendry hammers. It just goes wide and nearly took the head off of Broadway. As Bob Euchre would say from Major League, just a little outside. Approaching the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. It's been a fun game. McKendry will load again. Scores! Alex McKendry, target hit. Target destroyed. The game is tied at 8.
Albright goal number 9, Alex McKendry.
McKendry picks up his second goal of the day, his fourth of the season. And style points on the finish, bar down. Why D3? You can find out by following the NCAA's official Division III Twitter account covering all things D3. Follow NCAA D3 on Twitter. That's NCAA DIII. My oh my, we've got ourselves a tie game, and I think we're in for a great finish. No matter what the level is, you hope that a game this time of year can be very fruitful as both teams are still working on a lot of things. The practice time isn't always there. It's a midweek game. IU had to get on a bus to come here. That's not always pleasant. We have a whistle, or we're going to have a penalty coming up as the ball comes back inside. Nobody's touched it yet. And now we have a whistle. And we've got a bit of a scuffle. And it looks like Alessi's trying to be peacemaker. Alessi has his arms, I think, around Ringgold. They weren't just hugging it out. Bossman might be the guy going off. as the three officials discuss what's happening, and this might be Albright's first man-up opportunity of the game. It is a push against Bossman at 5:22. 30-second man-up opportunity for the Lions, their first extra man time of the day. Can the Lions take the lead? They'll have a great opportunity here. Those saves by Liam Ferry when IU had so much man-up time now look gargantuan. Can Albright get the lead? They'll have 30 seconds with a man up. Cunningham back to McKendry. McKendry thinks about it. Broadway on the far side as now the Lions will fan it out. It is Gennikin. Gennikin curls. Doesn't load up yet. McKendry. Broadway. 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 Fakes the hammer. Cunningham got it back. Back behind it goes. Delayed penalty coming up against IU as it's banked off the head of Rohr as the first penalty has expired. But a flag is on the field as Broadway shoots and scores! And another flag comes up. They may as well be fireworks because the Lions have the lead back.
Albright goal number 1, Eric Broadway the assist. Number 2, Harrison Bodwell.
Bodwell able to feed Broadway. Eric Broadway, his second goal of the game. He's got a 5-point night, and Albright leads 9-8. Now we'll see about the penalties. There's a whole mess of laundry on the field, and States is not obligated to clean it up. It may be his front lawn, but he's not touching it. If you want to see how Albright College athletics operate, you can follow the Lions all over social media. That includes Instagram. Go to instagram.com/AlbrightLions. Again, Albright Lions on Instagram. What happens next is going to be important. Albright supposedly will have another man-up opportunity. They've just converted on their first one of the day. Depending on the penalty situation, Albright might be gifted the ball off the hop here. And it looks like the jury has reached a verdict. So Cooper gets a dead ball, unnecessary roughness. Hoagland gets a 1-minute penalty for cross-checking. Albright will have a 6-on-4 for 1 minute. Remember when IU had a similar situation earlier and Liam Ferry padlocked the front door? Denton States has seen a lot of rubber already this season. He's going to have to be really good now. And Albright will get possession uncontested to begin a juicy man-up opportunity. McKendry has it loaded. Back to Broadway. Broadway, quick pass. It comes in front shot. Oh, man, it got off the stick of States. Is getting a good look with Gennikin. And Albright's going to maintain possession. 48 left to the two-man advantage. Broadway. McKendry. Cunningham. Hammer scores! Cunningham threw a Vaseline ball in the dirt that fooled States, and Albright will still have 39 seconds, I believe, of man-up time, or 41, pardon me. It's a 6-on-5 going forward. Cunningham has given Albright a 10-8 lead with 8:42 left here in the third. There will be a face-off following an Immaculata timeout. My, how things have changed here in Reading. Albright has been able to convert on the man-up after Immaculata in the first half could not. Liam Ferry is yet to make a save here in the second half, but go back to the saves he made in the first when IU had all that man-up time. They had 5 minutes and 30 seconds of it in the first half and only managed one goal in that time. Now the Lions will have a man-up situation for, I'm looking at the clock now, about 38 more seconds. So winning this face-off is critical. Discover, develop, dedicate. You can learn more about NCAA Division III through its official Facebook page, NCAA Division III. Again, NCAA Division III on Facebook. Albright has gotten some contributions from several places. Eric Broadway leads everybody with 5 points. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists. Alex McKendry, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's got 4 points. So does Cole Gennikin. John Gilbert has 2 goals. Harrison Bondwell and Jacob Cunningham each have a goal and an assist. Again, if you're joining us late, Steve Long had 4 goals for Immaculata in the first quarter. He has not registered a point since. There's a dog somewhere in the stadium trying to egg on the cheers here. These young men are playing because they love this game so darn much. They don't care if the supporters have 2 feet or 4. So the next 40 seconds important because Albright will still have the man advantage. Face-off important, and it looks like Albright's going to get the chance here to move up with it. But getting hit is Ringgold, drops it, gets some support, but now surrounding it are the Mighty Max, but now emerging out of the shadows and coming upfield quickly is Gracer. Huge ground ball for the Lions, and now they'll set down. They got about 20 seconds before the return to full strength. Now check that. I look down at the penalty box now. I count 6. Yep. So they're back to full strength, IU, but Albright was able to accomplish what they set out to do when they had the 2-man advantage. They're able to get a goal on the board. Bodwell back behind. Right point now, Cunningham. Back it comes. And so Albright trying to be quick. Gennikin, top of the key, McKendry. Thought about it. Cunningham. Shifted in front. Shot just misses wide. Gilbert missing by that much, as Don Adams would say. Broadway had his arms in the air. 30 left on the timer. Broadway hurries it back quickly. Gennikin in the left flat. Back to the left point now for McKendry. Right point now taken by Bodwell. Bodwell fires right into the path of States. States defers far side to Nail. Nail has to hurry it back as States. He's out of the net, so they can hit him if they want. He'll launch it to midfield. Nice catch made by Insera. And so IU will settle in now. We are only halfway through the third quarter. It's been a frantic third quarter. Johnson. Back it goes behind for Azzarano. Azzarano has a man on him. It's Janowski. Janowski in pursuit. Slashes at him. No call. Azzarano still has the ball. 40 left on the timer. Azzarano back to left point it goes. It's Johnson. Hooks it back to Insera. Insera looks to make a play. He can't, though. He's got Bodwell on him. And now Insera calls for help. 25 left on the timer. Insera wants a penalty. Does not get it. Bodwell walking a tightrope. 18 left on the timer. Insera. Cross-checked by Bodwell. Insera. Back to left point it goes. Switch back, right point Metzger. 10 to shoot. Shits in the front. Shot. Missing it just wide was Johnson. That's a big miss because now IU has to do something quickly. 8 left on the timer. Now that was a great look. They got to hurry. Azzarano. Azzarano tries to cut through. Throws it off the goalpost and it resets. Rebound. They score. Guess who's back? Stephen Long on the rebound. It's his 5th of the game. His first in over a quarter and a half. And it is now 10-9. Albright still in front with 6:12 left in the third. It feels like there's less time on the clock and we're in the final quarter. So Long came into this game with 4 goals in the first 2 games of the season. He now has 5. Are you having fun yet? It would appear there's more than one dog now on the far side. That would explain why there's a lot more barking here in the second half. Both teams are barking. Both teams barking for a win. Albright looking to make it 2 in a row. IU wants its first win of the season after a couple of very close calls. Kicked forward, Sockert ahead. Marchiafava trying to march it forward. A push is called, and it's going to go against IU. Broadway looking for assistance. Metered and measured for Cunningham. Cunningham will slow it down. IU playing a short zone. Now moving it back in. Here's Cunningham. Back behind Broadway. Nice catch. Back to Cunningham. Doesn't shoot. Right point now. Cunningham got it back. Back behind for Broadway. Broadway. Left side Gennikin. Gennikin. Left point McKendry. Right point now Miller. Miller darts in. Turn back around. Put it back behind Broadway. Broadway. Left point McKendry. Hammers! It goes wide. And they're going to say that Albright maintains possession with 37 left of the timer, 5:20 left of the third, 10-9 Lions in front of the Mighty Max in what's been a tremendous game, especially for this time of year. Broadway, Gannikin, left wing side. Got it back to the point for McKendry. Right point now for Cunningham. Cunningham darts in. Hammers! Save made by States. Rebound goes right back in on the keeper. So States, and we have a whistle, and somebody is down for IU. Nail gets back up. Nate Nail has been in the middle of everything for IU today. He's still squatting down, and it looks like they want him to come off the field. He does not want to come out of this game. He's having way too much fun right now. They all are today. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's going to be against Broadway. So that would explain why Nail was fouled. It's a cross check. It looks like it's only going to be 30 seconds. So back to the man up goes IU. 1 out of 6 on the day. Can they tie the game? Johnson, right point in Sarah. Down low it goes for Metzger. Back behind for Evans. Evans. Siphons it back. Left side fire. They score! Long from the left hashes, about 10 yards from goal, and it is 10-10. That was fast. So Steve Long
Immaculata, number 7.
has 6.
Steve Long, the assist number 27, Sean.
Evans gets the assist. Evans now has 2 assists on the day. Long has 6 goals on 9 on goal, 11 taken. He also has 3 ground balls today. Again, he had 4 goals in the first quarter. He almost single-handedly had IU in front. Disappeared for the second quarter. And in the third quarter, he's back. Bossman controls the draw, works it back to Rohrer. As Bossman comes off, Rohrer stays on the field. And now the Mighty Max get organized, and we have a whistle. And somebody for Albright is down. Looks like it is Ringgold. I was watching the mass substitutions for the Mighty Max and did not see what happened to Ringgold as the training staff comes out to look at him. Before 21 left here in the third quarter, it's been an exciting game. The game is tied at 10. The athletic department at Albright College has its own YouTube channel. For the latest video on the Lions, head to YouTube and check out Albright Lions. Again, one word, Albright Lions on YouTube. Attention continues to Terrell Ringgold. He doesn't have any points in this game, but he's definitely been in there. Has 3 ground balls and has been very active, especially when IU has had the ball. He's caused them all kinds of problems all day, and now the Lions hoping that he can recover and get back into the game, but, well, he's moving one leg. And he's going to get some help off the field. And now he says, I don't want the help. I can walk off under my own power. So after this game, the Lions have 4 more non-conference games, and then that's when the league schedule begins. So this coming Saturday, they make the trip up to Newburgh, New York, where I grew up, and they take on Mount St. Mary's College there. That's this Saturday at 1 o'clock. The next Wednesday, they visit Wesley down in Delaware. And the next Saturday, making the trip to Gwinnett Mercy. So they've got 3 consecutive road games after this one. Then Wednesday the 18th against Rosemont. And then the real madness begins Wednesday, March 25th against Stevenson here at Shirk. That is the MAC Commonwealth opener. In front, intended for Evans. It goes astray. Albright wants possession because it wasn't a shot, and they'll get that ball back. Bounced up to midfield and lost. Evans is going to pick it right back up. Those are the things that'll drive the coaches nuts. Evans looks for Azzarano. He's got it. Fire, scores! Bounced it past Ferry, who is frustrated with himself, especially with how well he's played today. And IU has the lead, 11-10 with 3:43 left. I emphasize we are only in the third quarter. There's one more quarter left after this one.
Number 4, David
Azzarano picks up his second of the game, his 5th of the season. Evans gets another assist. He's got 3 of those on the day. Face-offs on the day are even at 11. It has been crazy in that midfield circle today. Here we go again. Great win by Bosman with that long stick. Whatever he's doing, he's getting it done. And Insera will come on for him. McKendry back defensively for Albright. As now it's chucked back to Long. Long, far side, over to Insera. Insera will slow it down at the hashes, but McKendry is threatening him. Pitch near side of Johnson. Johnson. Bodwell able to force it back to the far side. As it is Insera, working on McKendry. McKendry now trying to work on him. Insera fires a shot. He scores! Anthony Insera whipped a tornado out of nowhere, and IU leads by 2. Insera picks up his 2nd goal of the game, his 3rd of the season.
Goal for Immaculata, number 1, Anthony Insera.
Don't know if they'll give an assist to that one. I don't think he needed one. Goal comes at 12:01 of the 3rd, and the Mighty Macs are in front by 2. I suppose at this stage of the game we can say that whatever team wins, its coach is going to be yelling less tomorrow. Both teams have a lot to work on. But boy, it's been fun to watch them today. Albright in pursuit of the ground ball, kicked ahead. Marchiafava can't pick it up yet. Tries to hockey it forward, he does. As Albright get control of it, the women's team is here. They wish they could play right now. Cunningham looks for help. McKendry slows it down. Bodwell. Back behind it goes. On the far side, Cunningham slows it down. McKendry looks for it. Left wing shot is blocked. A great pickpocket and brought back by Bosman. Boy, he's had a great game, not only face-offs, but also both ways we have a whistle. And they're going to say that IU will maintain possession. Johnson, Insera, brings it back, slows it down. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock has 1:10 left on it, so Albright hoping to get the ball back at least one more time for the end of the quarter. Insera. Kept along by Cunningham. Back behind it goes as Evans will try to siphon it in front, but he's got company. Thrown in front, and Ferry makes the save again. Grazer will try to carry it upfield. Looks to make a play. He does to Bodwell. Bodwell finds a man open. Trader Molenkoff. But he lost it. Ball is loose. Bauman picks it up. A flag gets thrown and a penalty coming up. It's going to be against Albright. There might be 2 penalties. The second one might be against Gilbert. IU is celebrating like they've won the national championship. Trader Molenkoff looks like he's got 1 penalty. It looks like it might be a 6-on-4 for 30 seconds. I thought I saw 2 technical pushes there. One is against Broadway. It looks like he's making the slow march to the penalty box. Trader Molenkoff is already there. I thought the second one was going to be against Gilbert. As I count the men down at the other end, it is going to be 6-on-4 for 30 seconds. Can IU get another man-up goal? Azzarano. Far side it goes. Metzger slows it down. Looks for assistance. Thrown back in front, they score! It was easy for Long. And so IU now leads 13-10 with 54 seconds left in the third quarter.
Immaculata goal. Number 7, Steve Long, the assist. Number 27, Sean Evans.
Evans picks up another assist to Long. Evans has 4 assists on the day. That's pretty good. But Steve Long has 7 goals for IU. He's got 7, and we're not done with the third quarter yet. He has scored 7 goals on 12 total shots. 10 have been on net. Looks like Albright is back to full strength. Both penalties, by the way, were against Trainer Molenkoff. 1 for pushing and 1 for unsportsmanlike, so they've wiped the slate clean with him. Ball is controlled by the mighty Max as it is Bossman carrying the torch, gets knocked down, and they're going to say it's a push. And the call is going to go against Albright. And there's a whistle as Bossman is still, well, only now is he getting to his feet. It is Johnson. Right side along the numbers. Bodwell able to fire him off enough, but it comes right to Long, man of the hour, who looks to defer, but he can't. It's picked up. And trying to bring it back is Ringgold. He looks better after taking one on the chin, or actually the leg, earlier. Tries to go upfield. He's got 20 seconds. That's the time left in the quarter. It's picked up by Cunningham. Cunningham gets around one man, gets hooked at, and a penalty coming up as Cunningham just simply shakes off the cobwebs. Tries to find an open man. Pass was deflected, but it continues with 8 seconds to go. Gilbert has to hurry. 5 seconds left, and it looks like Albright's just going to hang on to it and let time run out here in the third quarter. Well, the third quarter started out great for the Lions. Then IU found its game again. Albright's going to have a man up to start the final quarter in what's been a remarkable game, especially for this time of year. After 3 here at Shirk, it is Immaculata 13, Albright 10. The fourth quarter is next here on the Albright Sports Network. Are you ready for a frantic fourth quarter? The first three quarters have been pretty frenetic. Albright is going to have a juicy man-up opportunity. Matthew Kirkland's in the penalty box. He got 30 for holding and then a minute for unsportsmanlike conduct. So if Albright doesn't score, he's in there for 90. But that minute, that's unreleasable. He's locked in. So it's 6-on-5 for 90 seconds if Albright wants it, but they'd be behooved to get one quickly in the first 30. They're down by 3. Thrown back behind. They're going to say it was a shot, so Bodwell's going to get control of it as the sun is starting to go down behind us. You don't see it here. The sun is setting in the west. You're looking east. Gennikin, back behind, Broadway, right wing side, back to the point it goes. Broadway gets it back, shakes it out left side. It comes out in front, shot, might have gone off the stick of States and wide. Good chance by Gennikin, and he couldn't score. So the first 30 is done. Running it back quickly is Bodwell. Thrown in front right into States, as getting a good look was Cunningham, but fired it right into that fishnet. States hurries it up. Got it to midfield. Cooper tries to slow it down. Looking for help. He's got Cunningham on him. Cunningham offering with his stick. Surrounded is Johnson. Johnson able to break free a little bit. Trainer Molenkoff still on it now. He backs off. 15 seconds left in the penalty. In Sarah. And it looks like Albright's going to have this chance go by the boards. States made the save just as Ferry did in the first half for Albright. On comes Long. IU at full strength. Long with a shot. Save made by Ferry. Long has 7 goals for IU. And a couple of them real good. Real good. Albright moving upfield. Janowski on the far side. It is Cunningham. Over it comes for Gennikin. Gennikin swings at it off the iron. Rebound. Cunningham can't come down with it. He was trying to be a bit quick with it. It's still loose. And trying to come up with it is Bodwell. He does. Looks for help. Was too quick for Gilbert. Ball is loose. It's punted out of bounds by Bossman. So Albright will get the ball back. And it looks like they're going to have a man up. Offsides is called against Metzger. So Albright gets another chance with a man up at 2:15. They need 3 to tie. McKendry, near side of Broadway, works it back down. Gilbert got it behind. Back to the point it comes. Hammered, and that goes wide, so Albright will continue to keep possession as McKendry had a good look. Bodwell looking for help. Back it comes. McKendry hammers it. It's deflected. And it'll remain Albright ball. Seven seconds left in the man up. Broadway. Back to McKendry again. Cunningham. Down it comes. Gennikin. Fires. Save made by States. Ball goes to the far side. It's still loose. Albright able to pick it back up. They lost it, though, and Bossman is able to play it back over to States. So States will just launch it. The jump ball and a nice catch made by Metzger, who's going to try to rag off some clock now, but instead he finds a man in Sarah. And Sarah looks for help. Works it back to Johnson. Johnson will settle it down. They have 55 to shoot. 3:20 gone, final quarter. IU leads Albright 13-10. It's been a crazy game. It's like we're on a big playground. The sun's going down, mom's cooking dinner. Azarano curls behind. He's going for a stroll. Now he switches it back. It comes to long. Save made by Ferry. Put a circle around that one. That's the save of the game. As Liam Ferry didn't just stop with a crossball, he stopped a cannonball, and he's still getting his breath back. This isn't hockey or the indoor game where he's got 40 pounds of equipment. He's just a human being back there. He's not Dallas Elliott or Sal Acasio with 40 pounds of body armor, and it looks like Liam Ferry is going to get some attention during the timeout as Albright's going to try to drop a play here. 10:55 is left in the final quarter. Liam Ferry has been very brave. He's made some very strong saves, but his team's still trailing 13-10. So here's the story with basketball. The men's team won last night in the first round against Centenary. So now Rick Ferry's team is on its way to Gwinnett Mercy. It plays in an ECAC quarterfinal tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning against the top seed, Gwinnett Mercy. There are 4 quarterfinals that take place tomorrow. The Lions have the earliest one. If they somehow pull off the upset, they advance to Saturday's semifinal round, and then the ECAC title game is on Sunday. As for the women, if they haven't reached Ithaca yet, they're on the way there. They take on Williams in the first round of the NCAA tournament tomorrow at 5 o'clock. If they win that game, they'll either play Ithaca or New England College at Ben Light Gymnasium, which I haven't set foot in since I graduated from Ithaca in 2003. That game would be Saturday at 5 o'clock. It's always a little bit hectic this time of year with so many teams playing so many games and seasons not ending and other seasons beginning. That's what makes this part of the industry so much fun. So Albright will maintain possession after the timeout. Ferry is still in net after, you don't want to say taking a bullet, but long and close range. He's got 7 goals on the day. He's the best shooter that IU has had all day. As the Lions thirsty for a goal here. Cunningham along the numbers, back behind. Broadway behind. Far side as the Lions trying to stretch the Mighty Max. Faked. McKendry thinks about it. Cunningham loses the angle. Back to Broadway. Back it comes. Thrown in front. It is blocked. Ball is loose. It bounces around like a Plinko chip. It's still loose. And it is cleared towards midfield. And IU able to get possession as Evans will come upstream. Left side. He's being chased. Evans with a chance. Save made by Ferry. He's done it again, Liam Ferry. Cunningham brings it back quickly. And a penalty coming up. Maybe offsides against IU. Cunningham will wait for it. McKendry. Bodwell. Albright not abandoning its set. And now it looks like Bodwell is asking for Cunningham to play in traffic. Broadway, far side. As the Lions trying to stretch here. Delayed penalty. Cunningham looks for an opening. Cunningham thinks about it. Back it comes, left point. McKendry does not shoot. Bodwell back to Cunningham. Cunningham backs up. Now has room, fires, bounces it wide. And so the Lions give up the ghost and will go to the man up. 9:27 is left. The engine's running, but so's the meter. Albright down by 3. McKendry wants noise from the women's team. He's gotten it. Metzger will go off. They're actually going to call slashing a minute. I thought he'd just straight over midfield. So, Albright, this is almost a must score now. The Lions need a goal here on this man-up opportunity. They are 2 for the prior 6. McKendry, Broadway, fakes, back to McKendry. Cunningham directing traffic. Broadway, hammers, it's blocked. Great block off the bottom of Nail and controlling of the Mighty Max. It is Werkheiser who got it back to States. Well, Nail might not be able to sit down on the bus when this one's over, but that's the biggest play of the game for him. Long comes back, left side. Johnson settles it down. Back it comes to Insera. Insera trying to ride out this penalty. Albright, surprised not being more aggressive. The time is now. Bodwell putting a body on Insera, but does not jar the ball loose. Nothing close to award yet for Insera. As he tries to drive through, as now IU is back to full strength. 25 left on the timer. Metzger works it back to Johnson, who's just milking the clock right now. 15 left on the timer, approaching 8 minutes left in regulation. Johnson kept wide, looking for help. 8 left on the timer. IU has to be feeling good about its defense right now, because it's not going to get off a decent shot here. The young ladies down below excited over a shot clock violation. Here comes Cunningham, has it stripped from behind by Long. It's kicked out near side. It's gobbled up by Nail, who looks no worse for it after that shot block in an uncomfortable place. Brought back, right side, here comes Long. Thrown in front, it's loose in the crease and it's gobbled up by Janowski. Helter skelter, gimme shelter. Back at midfield, Albright get organized. Do they have 6? Yes, they do. Bodwell, left wing side, down low it comes. Thrown in on States, and I am certain that Gilbert's going to wish that he took either one less step or one more. He was at an in-between hop, and it took a lot of zip off the fastball. Bradley on the far side as IU. They're up by 3. It doesn't feel like a lot, especially in this sport. But in this game, where things have been pretty crazy from start to finish, the margin may as well be won. 54 left on the timer, so the Mighty Macs have plenty of time. Johnson will back up, and he's going to make Cunningham chase him. Cunningham's just walking after him. If only the crowd mic could reach the field to figure out what Cunningham is saying to Johnson at the moment. Maybe we're better off not knowing. Johnson backs off. 30 left on the timer, 6:15 left in regulation. It's as if the two of them are the only ones out there right now. Here comes Johnson. Has an angle, but decides to hold up as Cunningham is able to retreat enough. Back behind it goes for Evans. Evans has 2 men on him. Switched it back behind. Insera kept to the outside. 5 left on the timer. It looks like IU's just going to try to throw it in front. They do. It's kicked in front in the crease, and that's another shot clock violation against IU. IU is okay with its defense right now, but a nice pass by Ferry to midfield. Here comes Cunningham, left wing side. Still with it, thrown towards off the crossbar, and getting decked at the end of that play, I think, was Gennikin. Albright want the ball back, they don't get it, but now a good ground ball by Broadway. Broadway tries to dart in, fires, oh, it just misses wide. He got excited, and it's an easy run out for States. I believe this is what happens when you throw a bunch of walnuts in your blender. The blender explodes. That's what we've got right now. 5:10 left. It is 13-10 IU. And it is gobbled up by Trainer Molenkoff. He comes back, far side. Looks for help with that big long pole. Got it to Broadway. Broadway in front. It comes. It deflects just wide. And States is going to chase this one down. And they're saying it's going to be Albright ball because it went off of somebody for IU last. A break for Albright. Broadway settles it down. Bodwell. Up top it comes. McKendry. Back to Bodwell. Bodwell. Broadway. Far side is the Lions desperately need a goal. Gennikin. It comes now to Bodwell. Back behind for Broadway. Broadway. Bodwell back to Broadway. Broadway Nice catch. Made on a bounce by Gannikin to keep it going. Gannikin. McKendry thinks about it. He's a bit of a ways away. Bodwell. Fired. Save made by States. Rebound. Hammered in front. Save by States again on Gilbert. Denton States with his 2 biggest saves of the game. Fresh 80 for Albright with 4:07 left. Can they drive 80 to tie this game? They need 3. Thrown in front, ball is loose. Somebody just got decked, ball is loose. It's picked up by Bradley. Bradley can't get it back to the keeper yet. He's triple teamed. He goes down, and a push is called against Albright. The fans wearing jerseys down below are not happy with the call. Albright's got to come up with a turnover in a hurry. Otherwise, they run the risk of getting the ball back with 2.5 left. Evans throws it in front, save made by Ferry again. Liam Ferry is keeping his team in the game right now. Far side, nice catch. Here come the Lions. Can they do something on the break here? Miller looks for Broadway. Back it comes, too far for Ringgold. It's loose and it's picked up by Long. Long, the man of the match right now, will just settle it down. The track meet comes to a halt with 3 minutes left. IU up 13-10. Insera met by Ringgold. Back it comes. Johnson. Johnson will just settle it down. 55 left on the shot clock, which means that Albright will get the ball back with just under 2 to go if nothing else happens here. The Lions need to come up with a turnover and a quick score. Far side, it's Johnson. He gets around his man. Johnson looks in front, pass is knocked away, but IU maintains possession. Insera with 36 left on the timer. Ringgold keeps him at a distance, but he's got to get that ball. Bring me that ball, the Lion faithful say. It is loose, hacked at, it's still loose. Shot clock continues running. It is Metzger with 20 left on the timer. Loose in the feet of Johnson, finally finds it with 4 seconds left on the timer, and he's going to run out of time here. Or will he? No, 10 seconds left. Insera, right side, spins, backhand. It goes wide. Keeping it alive is Azarado until the siren sounds to end the 80. The clock continues running, and Albright says, well, there should be more time left. I think 1:56 might be the correct time left. They say 150. I was close. Albright must score here. They got to get a goal in this possession, but it's coughed up. Can he back it up? No. Gannikin can't. .142 is left. So it is not possible for IU to ride it out entirely, but they have to get it across midfield. Nail, quickly, on the ground. IU is comfortable with its defense right now, and they say that Evans picked it up with his hand. Albright must score here. Cunningham, Broadway. They don't have a whole lot of time. They got to shoot. Cunningham. Back to Bodwell. Bodwell, right point. We'll move it a little bit. We have a whistle. Looks like a timeout for Albright. 1:17 is left. 1:07 on the shot clock, but that's irrelevant right now because Albright needs 3. It is not impossible, but they got to score pretty much quickly. Win a face-off, score quickly. Win one more face-off, and then score. Notice that in that chain of events, I did not say that IU could possess the ball. So here's what else is going on besides basketball at Albright. The men's and women's track and field teams have the ECAC Championship at the Armory in New York City tomorrow and Saturday. For those who've never been to the Armory in the city, it's a cool trip. It is a legendary trip. Also on Saturday, the baseball team has a doubleheader at Scranton starting at 11 a.m. Also Saturday, this same team, men's lacrosse, at Mount St. Mary's in Newburgh, New York at 1 o'clock. Women's lacrosse is at the SUNY Poly Tournament in Utica, New York, which is kind of sort of halfway between Albany and Syracuse. They play Saturday against Fredonia and Sunday against Wesley. And then next Wednesday, baseball team back home against Gwinnett Mercy at 3:30. Also next Wednesday, softball visiting Wilkes for doubleheader at 3 o'clock. And of course next Wednesday, this men's lacrosse team visiting Wesley. One last gasp here. Again, they got to score quickly. They're down by 3 with about a minute left. Here it comes. Throw it in front. Great save by States on Gennikin. Rebound corralled. Throw it in front, and guess who's got it? It's States. And IU might be on the verge of ending a frustrating 2-game season opening losing streak. They've come so close. Albright was able to get a win in its last time out. But unless something really bizarre happens, they'll come up short today in what's been a remarkable game on many levels. Brought back, though, at midfield. Here comes Grazer. He still got it. Looks for help. Thrown in front. We have a whistle. No whistle, but there's a late penalty coming up as missing in close, I think, was Gilbert. 25 seconds left. They're going to call unnecessary roughness, I think, on Bradley. So Albright gets a man up late here. They got to be quick and shoot here. Swept back out far side. Set in front, save made by States. On the far side, it's getting a good look was McKendry, and I'm sure now the outcome is not in doubt anymore. IU's going to escape Shirk with a victory. Albright had the lead in the second half, but could not sustain it. Enough saves by States. Thrown back behind, 7 seconds left. Thrown in front again, another save by States. A fitting end of this one as the Mighty Macs get the win.
Immaculata wins it, 13-10. Again, men back in action.
Denton States finishes with 15 saves, but he's only part of the story. Steve Long scores 7 goals for IU, 4 of them in the first quarter. Albright was able to get the lead in the third quarter, but the goalies took over in the fourth. We complete a fourth quarter without any goals on the board, and that means Albright loses this one by a count of 13-10. For Wayne Sear, down next to us, for Matt Hagee, for Madison Warren, I'm Nikolai Busko. Thank you for joining us. This has been Men's Lacrosse here on the Albright Sports Network.